for the fucking show now. It's time to stand up and shout. Everybody following blindly into the depths of hell. Across a rigid system, they like the enemy. It's more than you can handle. The lords of underrated.
We're back again.
Yeah, I'm black.
Under
You
the
are.
haven.
And still, people on Twitter, they think you're white because you have opinions that they don't like.
Yeah, dude. I think I have the right opinion, but they think I've got the white opinion.
They do. It's funny because like a lot of those people, they claim to like they in their point of view, you're like this selfish, bigoted, white privileged piece of shit. But in reality, you're actually black.
Yeah.
Little did they know.
Yep, dude. I'm the ultimate troll, dude. I'm the ultimate troll because I've gotten apologies from multiple people after I've pointed out, like, hey, you know that I'm not actually like you completely assumed that I was a white person based off these personal experiences, but I'm actually a mixed race. I grew up in like not the best place fucking ever, like not the greatest city on the fucking planet. It's like I'm not privileged.
No, you're like on Joe Biden's level. You're just a pale motherfucker who attended Archmere Academy. That's who you are.
Yeah.
You privileged sack of fucking shit. Oh my god. Also, of course, we have some Joe Biden shit we're gonna play. So we're gonna do that.
Yeah.
Hooray.
And Trump declared national emergency, so I guess we could play that. Because, like I said, there's a lot of coronavirus shit. And I decided to pull at least a couple things we could talk about. So we'll get into that.
Mango Jones says I'm only kind of black. Well, hey, that's black enough, right? I mean,
It's blacker than a lot of the people who give Animancer shit for being a white dude.
Yeah, exactly. That's the fucking point I'm trying to make. It's like, goddamn. And that's the thing. I'm not trying to speak for white people. I'm not trying to speak for black people. I'm not trying to speak for anybody but my fucking self. That's what I do when I go out on Twitter. Like, I'm speaking for myself and nobody else. Why is that so hard to comprehend? Can't people have individual opinions and not be like looked at as a group? That's why I've ranted about this shit before, but I hate when people boil it down to like, oh, we've got to earn the black vote. And Joe Biden, he goes around and he like acts like he's entitled to the black vote. And it's funny that we talk about him because we're going to talk about him in a little bit. But yeah, I hate that he uses that type of rhetoric. Like he feels like he's been fucking, he's earned the black vote. He's earned black voters fucking votes just because he worked with the first black president. Do you know how fucking absurd that is? That's
It's racist.
It's racist. It literally is racist.
I mean, it's basically like the "I have a black friend" argument.
Yeah,
and that's
dude.
it.
I worked with the first black president. I've got the ultimate black card. I don't know why that was a George W. Bush
I'm
impression.
black by affiliation.
I don't know why that
for
was a
me.
George W. Bush impression, but I guess Biden's so boring I can't even bother to do an impression of him. It's just
I'm
an
Joe
old man.
Biden.
W.
I have hairy legs and that turn blonde in the sunlight.
That turned blonde in the sun. He's processing the word blonde. It's gonna take a while. But yeah, he's the most electable out of the bunch, apparently. Like, I thought about this the other day. I'm like, you know what, could they not just elect, like, some random fucking schmuck on the sidewalk and he would stand a better chance against Trump than Biden? Why is Biden the most electable? Why? Because, like, he's a pawn that the fucking DNC can prance around? Is that it? Because if so,
Absolutely.
I mean, that's a sad... Okay, well, that's fucking sad. I don't like that.
You have to understand. See, but Joe Biden is a pawn of the DNC, and the DNC is a pawn of the corporate machine. So, like, yeah, that's how it works. Bernie Sanders is an enemy of the corporate machine, and so anything to stop Bernie Sanders. And yeah, Joe Biden is the most electable that they have because literally every other fucking person that they have is a joke. Mayor Pete, Amy Klobuchar, Elizabeth Warren, all of them. They fucked themselves, each and every one of them. So now their only hope is Joe fucking Biden. What a brilliant like. How about just throw in the towel, DNC, or how about just fucking I don't know. Just admit that fucking Bernie Sanders is gonna be the nominee and oppose him openly, dude. Just oppose him openly and be like, yeah, we don't want Bernie Sanders and fuck him. He wants to destroy our way of life. To which the American people will probably say, fuck you, we don't care. Your way of life is a detriment to our very.
I mean, that's what they did in
survival.
2016. That's what the American people did in 2016 when they fucking, it was a close tie almost, like, between Hillary and Trump, but she had lost. People were just sick of this shit. They're sick of the fucking status quo that keeps getting trot out every fucking year.
Well, there's also this big issue that every single news media organization was pushing this narrative that Trump had a 1% chance to win, so a bunch of people just didn't go out and vote. Like, that's why a lot of people like overestimate his chances this time around, because a lot of people just didn't go out and vote. They were like, this guy doesn't have any fucking chance. I'm not going to go out there and vote. But there's a lot more people who would generally vote Democrat. They just don't go out and vote. Like, that's the thing. Like, Republicans, they just go out and vote more. Like, that's why. But a lot of fucking Democrats really don't like Trump this time around. So I'm not saying that he'll win or lose. Like, I'm one of those people where I'm like, I'm gonna wait and fucking see. We'll wait and see. But even if that dumb old fucking senile fuck Joe Biden wins, and I don't want him to be our president, but it still is a possibility that he could become our president because people are so fed up with Trump. We'll just have to wait and see.
Dude, like I said, Joe Biden will only be the president if the economy crashes, like as it is doing. Like if it gets any worse, like Trump's probably not going to be president, and that's the only case that Joe Biden has to win the presidency. That's the only way he can win, is if the economy absolutely falls to shit. And hey, maybe the DNC knew that. Honestly, maybe the DNC knew that the economy was falling to shit, and they're like, hey, you know what? Let's just put all our hopes on Biden. Once the economy crashes, we'll trot him out as the safe option, and he'll be able to beat Trump and fix everything and put everything back to normal, But first they need to defeat Trump.
Option. Okay.
But first they need to defeat Bernie. They need to defeat Bernie and make people realize that not only is Bernie the safe option, Bernie is the only option. And Joe Biden is a non-option. I mean, seriously, it's not going to be. It's not going to be, oh, yeah, well, Joe Biden will be president and, everything will be kind of okay still. No, the fucking economy is going to go to shit. What do you think? Like, Obama was not great with the economy, okay? Now, he might have fucking... I've heard some arguments that, oh, well, he made the economy better, and it was actually shit that Obama did that Trump now...
He came in after 2008. You could only go upward with how the fucking economy was when he came in.
Right.
Like, that's not much of a fucking compliment for Obama.
Right,
I'm sorry,
exactly.
but saying that he improved the economy, it's not much of a fucking accomplishment. And how much of that was actually his presidency that did that? How much of that was actually his fucking policies? Because the dude barely got shit done at all.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. Anyone can just say, anyone can take hold of a presidency after a Republican presidency and say, okay, we'll make the fucking economy marginally better, And
oh, thank you, thank you for that. Nice. My life has improved drastically because of that.
Yeah, that's the other thing. When the economy improves, it's not like any of our lives improve. It's not like, we're all doing so well. Wow, the economy's great, guys. Aren't you feeling it?
Yeah, I am. That kind of reminds me of like Andrew Yang. He went on Fox News in like 2018, and they talked about GDP. They were like, well, you say that people are not well off, but GDP record high. He's like, well, yeah, but I mean, like, who's seeing the profit from that? It's the people who actually have investments in GDP, people who have those kind of financial resources.
Yeah, but the
average person is not seeing a dime out of that.
The sad thing is that when they need us, we're going to be the ones who are going to have to bail out the 1%, and no questions will be asked about where the fuck the money's going to come from.
Isn't it funny? Isn't it fucking funny how this trickle down shit never fucking happens? It just seems to be this idea that people in power have, the wealthy fucking elite have.
You can afford to bail out the 1% time and time again, but when it comes to trying to give a little bit back to the fucking people, that's where the questions come about where the money comes from. It never comes about where the 1% get their fucking funding from, where it comes from the 99% having to bail them out time and time again, decade after decade. This keeps happening. It just fucking happened. And no one's talking about it. Why is nobody talking about this? Why is no one talking about where the resources are coming from for this? People don't care.
Okay, two people have talked about it, Yang and Bernie, and I guess some more people, but those are like the two that come to mind immediately.
They have talked about it. Yeah,
and look at how fucking the DNC treated them. And people say that there's like no collusion going on at all. I mean, like, I don't fucking buy it. I don't see how anyone can buy it at this point. Anyone who proposes any kind of change that would introduce an economy that works for the people and not the other way around is immediately rejected and labeled like this evil piece of shit. Like, you know, Bernie, he's a crazy socialist, or Yang, he's a libertarian Trojan horse. People don't want change, and the ones that do, it seems like they're being easily misled by this Biden is the most electable narrative.
People argue against their own benefits all the fucking time. It's sad but true. People argue against their own interests out of this. I don't know. It's
because people don't understand their own interests.
It's part of the culture. That's the problem. It's a cultural thing where people are like, oh, okay, well, it's normal for us to have to bail out like all these fucking billionaires who have enough money that they could easily fucking survive and just fucking spend some of their own money, just have some of their fucking, you know, their bottom lines, have some of their fat paychecks be a little smaller that year. But no, we have to pay them and fucking bail them out. Why is that? Why does no one ever question that?
Because no one bothers to get...
then they get laughed at by the media because they control everything.
Well, because no one bothers to actually get educated about this shit. People just listen to what the fucking media has to say. They go, yup, what the media tells me is true. And when some fucking crazy libtard comes to me and tells me like that Wall Street is fucking us, that the government is making backroom deals, you know what? Hey, either that's not true, that's bullshit, or hey, it might be happening, but you know what? Hey, that's just the way things work. You know, as long as I vote for the Democratic candidate, no matter what, I'm fine, dude. I'm doing my part as a progressive person. No, you're not. You're not a liberal. You don't understand. That's the problem. They don't understand the issues. They don't understand what the problems are. They just believe everything the fucking media tells them and go and vote blue no matter who. And then they wonder why nothing ever gets better, and they sit there and they bitch and complain and say, yep, oh, these damn Republicans. No, not these damn Republicans, you damn liberals. If you'd have fucking woke up, opened your goddamn eyes in 2016 and realized that Bernie Sanders was the candidate, Trump wouldn't have even been elected in the first place. So you want to sit here and act like Trump was the spoiler that got Hillary not elected? No, it's the other way around, motherfuckers. Hillary was the spoiler, and you motherfuckers don't even realize because you're so fucking blind. As long as you have your fucking little woke token brownie points for, I'm a good progressive, right? Hey, I have a black friend. Hey, I voted for Mayor Pete. I believe in gay rights. You know, I'm a good progressive. No, you're fucking not.
Look at the people that, like, you know, the average, a lot of the Democratic voters are supporting people like Joe Biden. A lot of them were trying to get behind Bloomberg for a while. Who are they? They're just basically whitewashed versions of Trump. They're Trump, but they're white instead of orange. Like, there's no fucking difference between these fucking politicians. This isn't a fucking choice. This isn't a choice of an election.